Good afternoon. It's time. It's time for yet another NFL Bucky's Mill Day. This is your host, Mike C. And of course, to start the show, as always, it's Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. Bucky's not happy. And the reason for that is the Badgers lost to Iowa over the weekend. And Badgers they played terribly. They were not good at all. They had chances to win, but they lost 15-6. So it was not a good game at all, and just a very disappointing loss. And make matters worse, their starting quarterback Mordecai injured his hand, and he's probably out for the year. So it's going to be tough. And I read somewhere that one of the reasons that the Badgers aren't as good as they thought they were because they had bad recruiting for the past couple of years. And I can understand that. They had a good transfer portal, but the recruits just weren't as good as they should have been. And I think with the new head coach, Fickle, I think he'll take care of that. And but still a lot of games left to play, still a bowl game to secure. So, excuse me. So hopefully they'll get the ship turned around. I'm not sure who they play next. I know they got a bye week coming up, I think. Or they already have that. I can't remember now. But you got a few games left to play. Season's not over. They're not going to win the Big Ten East. They'll win another bowl game, which I guess is the important thing now. But they're not, obviously going to go anywhere. Super important. But season's not over, guys. But the main reason we're here today, Bucky, and first is, let me get that down so you can see it better there, is Bucky, what do you have in front of you today? There we go. We've got 3 gold standard cards. We've got one of Marvin Jones. We got one Kenny and one, was it Hiloi Nata? Yeah. And the Kenny G one's in the middle with a nice chunky patch and autograph. Why gold standard? Well, 2 reasons. 3, actually. It's my favorite brand of cards. I used to be in a lot of gold standard breaks, and I loved them. Loved getting hits. Second reason is this time of year, gold standard's out again. I'm not involved in any breaks, so that let's get some past hits out. And third is because the Lions, my God, are gold standard in the NFL. The Lions won yesterday, 20-6 over the Bucks. Game was not on here locally. I did see highlights, of course, and the Bucks wore their creamsicle uniforms, and the Lions' defense really showed up yesterday. Offense, they did okay. They did enough to win, which is fine. But the Lions, because the Eagles and the 49ers both lost, the Lions are 5-1. It's the best record since I don't know how many. I got so many stats written down here. It's quite a few years since they've been 5-1. I know that. I'll put it that way. Are tied not just of the NFC, but the NFL, the entire league. They are tied at the best record. There's no teams undefeated, and the Lions, like I said, are 5-1. And the Lions are setting the gold standard for teams this year. They're getting tons of praise on TV. I've watched like 3 different shows this morning. And are they the best NFC team? I don't think so yet. I think the 49ers still are. 49ers, playing it. Weather was terrible, and they've only lost 1 game also. And I think overall they're still a better team than the Lions. But that being said, record-wise, they are tied. And I've got some stats here. I probably can't read them because I can't read my handwriting. Let me see. The Lions have won 4 straight games, by 14 plus points. The most since 1969, people. 13-3, and is their current record out of 16 games. They've won 13 games and lost 3 in the past 16 games. That is the best stretch for them since, what was that, 62? 1962, I think. I mean, there's a bunch of other stats that I don't have written down right now. But it's epic. And people are talking about them, and people are praising them. And it's very rare air. So it's almost hard to accept it, to be honest with you. I'm loving it, but it's scary. It's unknown territory for them. And some people are saying, well, let them win next week and we'll see. Now next week, the Vikings, which unfortunately won, but that's okay. They play the Bears. They did not play very well. The Bears quarterback got injured, so that's not good at all. But the Vikings play the 49ers next week, and the 49ers are not going to be happy. It's in Minnesota, so it'll be nice and dry. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know who the Eagles play next week. I know the Lions. They play who the hell? They play Bucky. Lamar Jackson's team. Ravens. Baltimore Ravens. It's in Baltimore. So, I mean, Lions, they're 4-0 on the road. There was a time, not that many years ago, the Lions couldn't win on the road to save their life. They had a terrible record for that. So, we'll see what happens. But right now, the Lions are flying high. Everybody's talking about them. They're praising them. Praising Dan Campbell. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a phenomenal game yesterday. Over 100 yards again. He caught a touchdown. William Jameson got a touchdown, which is great to see. Lions got some injuries, especially to running backs. Montgomery got dinged up a little bit. Craig Reynolds came in. Come on, Craig. And so Lions need some help. Probably call up somebody for running back. But Montgomery had a rib injury. It doesn't seem too serious. So, and Jamar Gibbs should be coming back. So Lions right now are injury, but they'll getting better. In the next couple of weeks, they should be getting healthy. I think they got a bye coming up in 2 weeks. I'm not sure of that, but it sounds like it should be. So it's just a phenomenal time. I'm not sure how to react. I'm just going to enjoy the ride. And I think the Lions are they're the fourth highest team for Super Bowl odds. I mean, Lions are never talked about Super Bowl. So it's just, I'm enjoying it, and it's scary at the same time, but I love it. And let's keep it going, guys. Last week we had 22 views on my video here, so that's good. I'm getting this video off a little bit early today because we're going to the mall later, which is fine, which will be fun. And speaking of the Badgers, Mark Johnson earned his 600th win as the Wisconsin women's hockey coach. That is phenomenal. Of course, he played for the Badgers, and I'd like to have him on the men's hockey team. They're playing. I guess they're doing better this year, but it's phenomenal and it's exciting, and I'm glad I'm part of it, and I'm just going to enjoy the ride because it could end very quickly. But Lions players Jared Goff is playing phenomenal. I think they should give him an extension right now, and either a 3-year extension, maybe 4 years. I don't know. We'll see, because he's the man. He is their quarterback. Very proud of him. Very excited for him, and I had my doubts about him, which everybody did, and he's proved me wrong, and in a good way. So, other than that, Bucky, not too much else. I mean, that was a lot to report. What else was I going to say, Bucky? Anything? The Badgers are coming up again next week, and they got Minnesota. They got to play. The quarterback situation. I mean, The guy replaced him. I don't know who it is. Did not look very good. But we'll get that ship turned around. Like I said, I think next year with a better recruiting class, I think the Badgers, right now their offense, they got that run and shoot kind of offense, and they're just not quite sure what to do. They should have ran the ball more. They seem to be passing on first down a lot yesterday. I'm not sure why they did that. But Iowa's a very good team. They had very good defense, so I have to give them credit. But Badgers will get turned back around. The Hawks are kind of like muddling through a little bit. I think they're 1-2. So we'll see how they can get going. The AL and NL championships are going on. No, very little interest in that, but so we'll see. This time of year is always tricky, but so I think that's about it, Bucky. So for Mike C and of course Star of the Show, it's Bucky. Say bye, Bucky. Bucky says bye, and Bucky's the gold standard of mascots, I think, and so we're gonna call this one gold standard, obviously. So take care, everybody. Stay warm. It's getting a little colder outside, but that's okay. That's what happens. It happens in October, Bucky. So we're gonna sign off and take care and be kind to everybody. All right, bye now.